Jamie, how important was it to respond to the defeat last week at Hereford and get 3 points this afternoon?
It's always important to win, and I think when you've been beaten, to bounce back, especially at home, to win is something that you need, especially when you're trying to push on and gather as many points and be there or thereabouts by the time it comes to Christmas. So I think in some ways, the run of 10 unbeaten is great, but at the same time maybe a little bit of complacency steps in. Or creeps in, because it's game after game, you're turning up, players are playing relatively well, but I think our performances over the last 3 or 4 games have not been quite at it. But I think today we were 100% at it. I think it was a fantastic performance from start to finish, from Thursday night's training session to today. So really proud of the way the boys have played, and we got a goal for it, but most importantly we got the 3 points to show.
And we saw, didn't we, at both ends of the field. Obviously Conor Hall gets his goal, top scorer, 6 goals for the season, and then at the end again we see Matt Irwin, who's had nothing to do all day, and he pulls off a wonder save.
Yeah, I think Matty's distribution has been fantastic today. I think as an outlet, sometimes they left 2v2 or a 2v3, which we thought we could capitalise on at moments we did, but he didn't have many saves to make, and I'm thinking as he cuts in there from the right hand side, come on Matty, put another strong arm on it, and he did. He's done that so often over the years that he's been here. He's a real true professional, very good goalkeeper. Not that many at this level that you could say are as good as Matty Owen on his day, and today he's saved us really, and we've been able to hold on, keep a clean sheet and 3 points. But I think we could have scored, with the greatest respect to them. There were moments in the first half we could have scored 3 or 4. And that's the only disappointing thing at half time, because I felt like we were first to everything. The first, the seconds, the thirds, the first phase we got first contact. The second phase is a play where we got Blakey stepping in and Tomo picking up the seconds and then crossing again. It was quite relentless stuff, I think, at moments in the first half. And look, they're a good team, and we've made them look quite average today. Credit to them, because they held on throughout the game and stayed in it, and even with 10 men they had a bit of a chance to get back in it at moments, and they were quite brave with how they played. But they beat York the other night, and kept the clean sheet against them, and it just shows they've got like this determination about the way that they play. And Paul's a good manager. He's been managing for a lot of games. It's a pleasure when you come up against someone like him. Got a good sense of humour on the sideline, and he gets the best out of some players. But it's good to get one over on a manager who's been managing for that long. So we look up to people like that, and the good team that he's put out, and I'm really pleased that we're able to pick up the 3 points against them.
We're a third of the way through the league season now. Do you start to look at the league table and that kind of thing?
Of course you do. I think you look at the league table right from the outset. It's easier to look at it, on days when you've won, when you've picked up the 3 points. And we're only looking up at the moment. Not to get carried away, of course. We're sitting third. We've got some good points on the board. Game on Tuesday night, that we'll try desperately to win. And if we do, we're up to, I think it's 2 points per game, which is always the target. And if you can keep that sort of form, or they're quite close to the 2 points, then you're in the playoff positions when it comes towards the end. If not, you've won the league. So that's our challenge, and that's the challenge of all the boys, to try and just keep that consistency. But that game's done now. 3 points are done, and it is truly on to the next game.
Yeah, and a good crowd in this afternoon, and hoping for the same again on Tuesday.
The support was excellent today. I think it's as good as it's been all season. I think all of the loud, more boisterous Chorley fans got together and congregated, and it made for a good atmosphere for us and for the lads, and they've just said that in there as well. It makes so much more of a difference, especially being at home. It's great away, but at home, this is Victory Park, and you want to try and keep clean sheets, and you want to make it a difficult place to come, and that certainly helped. And I think got the best out of a lot of people, but I think from 1 to 11 and the subs as well, people have played well. I think Harry's been outstanding today, and Connor's got his goal. But then, Bashi, he'll be the first to admit that his form's not been great the last 3 or 4, and he's pulled out a really good, strong performance today. But all over the pitch, you look, people have really given a good, strong, honest account of themselves, and as a result, together as a collective, we've been able to pick up the points. So we move on to Tuesday now, feeling very, very positive.